Well, friends, the day of reckoning is finally upon us. All the new Xbox recruits are finally able to play Helldivers 2 with us, and I gotta say, I am very happy for all the reinforcements. But not only do we have that, we have the Halo ODST crossover with all that glorious new content, as well as a surprise update for September 4th, new warbond, into the Unjust coming out as well for the Dust Devils warbond. Gotta say, I am super excited about this, as I know everyone else is. So let's dive in, break it down, and show off, well, what this update has to offer and what other key insights and potential leaks they might have in this as well. So friends, let's dive right in.
When Into the Unjust launches, Super Earth's maximum security cities have come under an unprovoked attack by the Terminates. A seemingly coordinated attack. This act of terror cannot stand. Now, Helldivers will, for the first time, take the battle to our enemies' homes. They will go deep into the gloom, into the Terminates' home worlds, their hive worlds, to uncover their mysteries, deal with the bug threat once and for all, and establish themselves as the rightful masters of this galaxy.
Well, you heard it. After being on the back end and getting our own homeworld invaded, we finally get to have some revenge and take it to the Terminated homeworlds. And I think that because this is going to be the first instance of us taking it to an enemy homeworld, that will open up to more different types of mission varieties and biomes, maybe across automatons and illuminates soon to come as well. But we're super excited. And also, friends, I don't know if I put this in the ether at all, but honestly, this is an idea that I've sent Arrowhead so long ago, I think a couple times, messaging Peelstat as well as just like the content team over there about how cool would it be if we can go into the tunnels, do kind of like a raid mission, and take the front to their queen perhaps, go fight their subterranean enemies, and look and behold, we're kind of finally doing that, so really interested, but let's see what they got next for us.
The bug hive worlds are planets that have been completely terraformed by the Terminates over a long period of time. When Helldivers go to the bug hive worlds, they will find that they have huge, enormous cave networks spread across the planet, like a disgusting disease. Helldivers go into the caves to gather intel on the bug mutations and to uncover the secrets of the gloom.
Okay, as we can see here, we're going to go through a series of tunnel networks to find samples, hit objectives, kill lots of enemies, and uncover maybe a couple other secrets in those tunnels as well. Who knows what we'll see when we're exploring down there, but Arrowhead's been kind of teasing up these tunnels for a while. I don't know about you, but there's been a couple of those kind of cave biomes that we've seen across planets that are very rare, but if you got them, you kind of got a feel for what it could be like on a Terminated planet when you are now in their home world and you're all closed in. So really interested to see what else that we can kind of get ourselves into when we're down there.
We wanted to really turn the game on its head and see what happens when we put 4 Helldivers underground.
In the claustrophobic and horrifying cave systems, some new tactics can be needed.
You have to really plan before you go in to get all of your weaponry, because there's no help from your super destroyer once you're in the caves. You'll have to look for areas that have no roof to call down ammo.
Some sections of the cave can also be darker than others, so it might be a good idea if one squad member uses their flashlights while the other squad members use their more powerful support weapons.
Okay, so I love this part. So not only is it opening up new pathways for strategy, but also making you really lock in and really make sure that you're looking for the enemies all around you. You're looking out for your teammates. You're not trying to accidentally team kill your teammates again, you know, unless you're that type of player. But it's encouraging better squad-based play, tighter formations to be able to kind of get to those areas where you can call in ammo that's going to be rare, or call in, you know, another Helldiver for reinforcement when you get those open spaces. But for most of the time, it's going to just be up to you and your pure skill to make it through the cave system and come out on top. So really interested to see how this plays like in actual practice.
So we have 2 brand new Hive World exclusive missions. We have the Hive Lung, which is what the bugs are using to produce the fog that you see in the gloom. You have to go deep down, past all its tendrils and enemies that are protecting it. Bring your backpack hellbomb or just a lot of big weaponry and destroy it.
Okay, so this first mission is probably going to be the hardest one that we do out of the 2 new missions, in my opinion. We're going to have to destroy those tendrils, as you saw, and I think it's going to be a much larger network than what they're alluding to. We'll probably have to take on a series of them before we could get to the heart. And as we know, a heart of any infestation is always going to be super protected by the most elite warriors. Perhaps also, maybe we might get a Terminid Queen, might get some Hive Guards, maybe some more new units that they have yet to tease up. But this one's looking like it's going to be a very intense and very kind of locked-in mission, and we're all so excited for it.
The other big mission is the mobile oil rig. A big, slow, clunky oil drill that you will drive around on the surface of the Hive worlds to drill for the oil that Super Earth is basically farming from the Hive worlds. And you can defend this with a big cannon on it, which will be very useful in case some enemies might want to come up and destroy it.
Now, the second mission looks like an absolute blast, right? But not only does it show us clearly that we're getting a new vehicle, but does this open up the opportunity for the old school Helldiver 1 tanks to finally make a return? If they're going big with certain vehicles, why not kind of release everything? Now, we could go into some leak speculation, or we could also talk about the data mining files, but it's kind of all been but confirmed that the tanks will be returning to here, but it's really good to see that maybe some heavy weaponry is returning to the battlefield to help us out in our gameplay.
With new subterranean environments, we of course have to have subterranean species. We have new enemies that burrow into the ground and erupt beneath the player's feet. So the warrior will be your run-of-the-mill mole enemy that will just charge towards you from underground. If you're facing a bile spewer, it will look for blind spots and pop up from the ground, throw out a few projectiles, and then pop down into the ground again and find another spot to attack you from. The charger will do its charge, but now there's a big mound moving towards you rather than the behemoth itself. There's always this small game of whack-a-mole. You have to play with some additional subterranean bugs that will jump out of the ground at any given moment. The dragon roach is like a big flying bile titan. If you wind up fighting it, you end up having to deal with its acidic fire breath. It will keep attacking you until you put enough pressure to get it to back off, or you manage to shoot off its wings and take it down. You know that you will be fighting these subterranean enemies when you feel the rumbling. But if the rumble is slightly bigger, please ignore that. I'm sure it's fine.
So holy crap, we need to talk about all those reveals that just were seen in that clip. So not only are we getting all the different variants of the different enemy types, from the chargers that dig into the ground to all the different warriors, but was that a freaking dragon that we get to fight? The Roach Shrieker Dragon? That thing looks absolutely amazing. I get to finally live out my fantasy of being the Helldiver Knight using that custom armor set from the Superstore, with sword and with shield in hand, taking it head on. So you already know we're going to get ourselves into some tricky situations trying to do that, but I will be successful. But then also, let's talk about the other potentially big leaked reveal that they're alluding to over here, and that's going to be the return of the Hive Lord. They've been teasing this up forever. There's only something so big that could cause a massive tremor, and that's going to be the Hive Lord. We've seen the skeletons littered across planets. We've seen the tremors across planets. We've seen the giant holes that are making all the noise. I think this is when it's going to finally make its kind of drop into the universe of Helldivers 2. making a return from Helldivers 1. So all of you guys that didn't get a chance to fight in Helldivers 1, you are in for a hell of a fight on your hands. And we're super excited for this. I absolutely can't wait, friends.
With the launch of Into the Unjust and the exciting release on Xbox, we now also have 2 new warbonds. One of which is the ODST crossover warbond, which is our first legendary warbond.
When it became clear that we were going to do an Xbox version of the game, we asked ourselves, okay, so what would fit in? And ODST came to mind immediately.
We wanted to make the perfect Halo collaboration, so every detail that you would expect to be there should be there.
All the weapons have a very iconic look. It's something that everyone would recognize if you're a Halo fan.
We got extremely close to the original ODST content.
Some small changes had to be made to maintain believability, where the ejection port is, like tiny things like that.
We're fans of Halo ourselves, so we wouldn't want it any other way than to be absolutely perfect.
Pay close attention to the models. We might have snuck in some things.
In the end, we managed to deliver exactly what we wanted to deliver, and that's very rare in game development.
Okay, so as you just saw, we've had the ODST content drop today. I've been playing it all morning. I'm absolutely loving it. I gotta say, they really nailed it with this one. So far, that battle rifle that you get with the medium armor penetrating, it's an absolute beast. It's wrecking all different types of units. I've not struggled with it once. It's got 3 different firing modes to it too, which is absolutely great. And it's very versatile. I wish maybe it had a little bit more ammo, but they really cooked with this one, and I finally get to, being ODST and Helldivers, I think it's the perfect collaboration, so Arrowhead, well done on this one.
So, Dust Devils is our newest warbond that we worked in collaboration with our partners at Wushu. The Dust Devils are Helldivers that are trained and experienced in fighting in extreme conditions, and they are very useful now that we're going to go deeper into the gloom and fight on these desert planets that are infested by a lot of dangerous bugs. So in this warbond we have 3 new stratagems, 1 primary and 1 throwable. First off, we have a new assault rifle, but there is a small twist on this assault rifle. It's the first assault rifle with incendiary rounds. We have the expendable napalm, which sort of is the airburst rocket without the proximity trigger. Then we have the spear gun, which is a single fire projectile with a gas harpoon. So when you hit the enemy, it will explode into a gas cloud. It's a sort of a utility versatile tool. Finally, but not least, we have the solo silo, which is a missile silo contained in a hell pod and a laser designator. And you can paint whatever target you want, and the missile will go to that target and just make a big, big boom, which makes it possible to attack enemies from a very large distance.
So this freaking warbond looks absolutely amazing. So not only are we getting an AR rifle that does incendiary rounds, so just think about what type of chaos that you could cause against the enemies. We're going to be penetrating armor with this one and then doing the fire damage on top of it. That's going to allow us to kill enemies so much faster. To the freaking expendable napalm missile launcher, fire damage is so back in this game. I absolutely am here for it. But then also we got to see a freaking spear gun that not only attaches and cracks armor, but injects gas into the enemy as well. So just think about it. We could hunt down those big chargers and then with the gas, make them kind of go frenzied and attack their friends as well. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. I was kind of, role-playing as Captain Ahab against the Leviathans with the anti-tank emplacement already, and now I can do it with a spear gun. I'm going to have a blast with this one. And then finally, you all saw what I saw. We can now paint targets from a distance for a gigantic explosion. Is it going to be equivalent to the Hell Bomb? Because if so, I'm all here for it. This looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to play this other warbond when it comes out on September 4th.
As the story for Into the Unjust develops, players need to venture into new parts of the galaxy, where they will encounter many new kinds of threats. We have many things in store that we are very excited about.
Adjust yourselves, because it's time to bring some justice into the unjust.
So let's talk what else we get to see from the new warbond that wasn't in that clip, and that's going to be a new grenade that we're going to get, new armor sets, and they look like a fusion between Destiny as well as Dune, maybe some other sci-fi mixed into the Helldivers 2 universe, and I'm all here for it. It looks absolutely amazing, and I'm in love with that new helmet. but we're also going to be getting new capes, new player card titles, new banners, and then also, of course, a new passive trait. So can't wait to get my hands on this, and it's just around the corner, so we don't have to wait long at all. So there you have it, an absolutely massive amount of content and reveals for, this Tuesday. Xbox players, now's like the best time to be joining the game. You might have missed some key events before, but hey, you get a lot of really good catch up to do, and tons of new content and old content to look forward to unlocking. Now, it's going to be chaotic on the Warfront, but we are here to help guide you through it on this channel. So please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out with growing, and I get to continue making awesome videos that give you information. So friends, with that, take care and we'll see you on the battlefield.